Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Leah and I like to share vegan recipes and ideas. In this video I'm going to show two recipes. One of them is pumpkin spice latte because it's fall in New York and everything smells like pumpkin and cinnamon, and I really want to share with you guys this delicious drink which has no caffeine, by the way, but it's still very energizing. It's really yummy, and if you try it, I think you're gonna like it. The second recipe I want to share with you is one of my favorite chocolate recipes. It's chocolate almond truffles. It's really easy to make, but it might require a little bit of freezing time and a little bit of soaking time. Anything else is really quickly to do. So, are you ready to make these recipes? So let's go. So as you can see here, we have quite a few spices, but this is what it's gonna make it smell like fall. So first of all, we have ginger, ground cloves, nutmeg, allspice, ground cinnamon, ground cardamom. It's just pumpkin puree that you can get in a can or in a carton. It's not like a pumpkin spice filling or something. This is just plain pumpkin cooked and puree. Next one, I'm going to use this as a sweetener. This is coconut nectar. It tastes really yummy, really sweet, but it's basically very low on sugars. Next one, we're gonna have our almond milk. This is gonna be our base of the drink. We're gonna measure 1 cup of almond milk. So we're just gonna measure this. 1 cup, and here 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Mix it up a little bit. This is gonna go on a low heat on the stove and we're gonna warm it up. It takes about 4 to 5 minutes to make it nice and warm. In the meantime, here's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna measure the rest of the spices. So first we're gonna get ginger. This is my 1/8 of a spoon, but I'm gonna use 1/4 of ginger spice, 1/4 of ground cloves. Now I'm gonna use 1/8, only 1/8 of nutmeg. You gotta be careful with nutmeg, even though it's good for you. If you eat too much of it, you might start hallucinating. So unless you want that, you shouldn't do that. Okay, next, allspice. Okay, I'm going to use half a teaspoon of allspice, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 of ground cardamom. Now that we have all our spices in the pot, we're gonna kind of warm them up a little bit until we smell this yummy aroma in our room. So let's go do it. Our almond milk has been warmed up, and we're just gonna start warming up all the spices. We just need to stir it so they don't burn. So this should take like 30 seconds, not more. I can see they kind of starting to burn, so I'm gonna have to lower the heat, medium to low now, and keep on warming them up. Smells good already. Okay, now that we have that going, we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna lower the heat and we're gonna add our pumpkin. So this is about 1 tablespoon of pumpkin, and we kind of mix it up all together and keep on stirring and keep on warming it up. If you need, you can make the heat a little bit higher so you can continue warming it up. Now all this spice is gonna be mixed up with this pumpkin, and it's gonna create this delicious mixture. Next, now we need our sweetener. And as I mentioned before, I'm using coconut nectar. So in this case, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon, and I'm gonna make a lot of mess, but it's still gonna be delicious. All right, make the heat lower and just keep on stirring until everything is nicely incorporated. I wish you could smell this. It's not like a regular pumpkin spice smell, even though that's delicious, but all this other warming spices, all this, I guess, Indian Ayurvedic kind of style. It smells so good. Okay, now at this point we can add our almond milk. Now be careful, this might be hot. Okay. All right. Okay, now we're gonna warm this all up together. Nicely mix everything. It's okay if there are some clumps in there, because after this we're gonna put everything in a blender and we're gonna blend it up until it's so foamy and latte-like. You're not gonna see any clumps anymore. I think at this point we are done, so it's been like less than a minute since we put everything together on a stove. Okay, so now we're gonna take our beautiful mixture and that's basically it. We're just gonna pour it in here. Make sure to cover it. You don't want to be splattered in boiling liquid. Now all we have to do is blend it up until it's really, really foamy. So, more. Okay, this should be it. Now we're just gonna get our glass and pour everything in. It's like caramel. And this is what it looks like. Okay guys, let me try this drink for you. This is a very hot drink and I'm sure it could be good on a cold fall or winter day. It's very delicious. All these spices, they give you like a boost. Like you could feel that this is so nourishing for your whole body and your soul, and it's so warming. It's like it hits the spot in this kind of cold changing weather. So I really hope you guys try it. If you do, you know what to do. Let me know in the comments below. And in the meantime, we're gonna go and make another recipe. We're not gonna try, we're gonna make another recipe. So are you ready? Let's go. Cheers. So for this recipe, we're gonna need 1 cup of almonds, dried almonds. So you soak them overnight and then you drain and kind of dry them a little bit, and then we're just gonna put them in a processor. And what we need to do is we're just gonna grind them up. And we just need to scrape them a little bit, push them down and continue grinding. Just keep on doing that until you get them as small as possible, but of course not into the almond butter consistency. All right, now we need a bowl. This is kind of the consistency that we are looking for. It's not super small, but it's kind of ground up. Now we need to mix in the rest of the ingredients. So for this we're gonna need 1 tablespoon of coconut sugar. This is refined organic coconut oil, so we need 1 tablespoon. Next we need 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. We need 1 tablespoon coconut nectar. Next, pinch of sea salt, just like this is enough. This is raw cacao powder, but cocoa powder works here too. So we need to measure this 3/4 of a cup. Now all we have to do is mix everything up. Okay, so now carefully mix everything together. It feels dry at the moment, but soon it's gonna start coming together. Okay, so this little bowl doesn't really work for me, and this time I'm gonna use my hands. As you can see, the mixture is starting to come together, and at this stage you can taste it and adjust your sweetness. Let me taste a little. It tastes really, really yummy. It's like a chocolate candy. Okay, that's enough of mixing. Now I gotta take care of that. I'll probably eat it. See you soon. Now we just need to put some parchment paper on our tray, because we're gonna have to freeze it. It should take about a couple of hours in the freezer. Now we need to start rolling the balls. This is what I need. This is like a like a cookie cutter, because we're gonna use our hands again. We might have to fill up the bowl with water because we're gonna dip our hands in there. I'm also gonna use some coconut flakes. If you like, you can use coconut flakes. We're gonna roll these little balls in this coconut, or you can just leave them as they are. So here comes the fun part. I'm gonna take a cookie cutter. I'm gonna put it in our hands and we're gonna roll it. If it starts falling apart, just kind of squeeze it together like this a little bit and it's gonna be back into its shape. Okay, now we're just gonna put it in there, and I got this water so I can use it for my hands. Here we go again. Next. Oh no! Now I'm gonna use this water again and try to carefully roll them into little balls like that. When you dip your hands in water, it's just easier to roll these balls, otherwise they stick to your hands, it's all over the place. So these are gonna be our regular balls and these are gonna be our coconut ones. So what I'm gonna do is just roll them in and they're gonna look so pretty. Look at it, like a chocolate snowball. I made this so many times and it's so good to have on hand because, you know, they are in the freezer so they can last for months. I had them for months, but you know, you might start eating them. They're not gonna last that long. Now you can roll them in anything really. If you have hemp seeds and you like them, you can do that. Or if you just wanna roll them and make them look pretty, just roll them in like cacao itself. They're gonna go into the freezer for about maybe 2 hours. Okay, so this is what they look like after 2 hours in the freezer. So let's try them out. This tastes like a candy. It tastes so good. It has a chocolatey, kind of like a mapley flavor. It's all hardened, as you can see, and it tastes so delicious. I love these little candies. You can have 1 or 2 and you're gonna be golden. Alright, I hope you guys try it. Okay, so now that we have our candy all ready, all frozen, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna place them in a container. Okay, cover them up and we can store them in the freezer for up to 3 months, but I don't think they're gonna survive because if you tried it and you like chocolate, you will most likely eat them. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you're gonna try and make these recipes. If you do, please let me know in the comments below how it turns out. And if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and click on the little bell button so you would get notified whenever I post a new video. And once again, thank you so much and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!